Well, as the gas prices soar, the car world is going electric, and car makers like Ford, Cadillac, and Lexus are planning to make the switch. But there are more gas stations than charging stations here in the U.S. President Biden wants to build 500,000 electric vehicle charging stations across the country at a cost of more than $7 billion. NewsNation's Paul Gerke has a look at our charging infrastructure now and where it's headed.
Congratulations, you're the owner of a brand new, fully electric car.
Sweet! What now? We've grown up in a gas-powered world. I know where to get an oil change and where to fill up, but where and how do I charge this thing? Most EV owners plug in at home overnight, even if they don't have a garage. That's because charging in the rain is perfectly safe. No matter where you do it, you're using a level 1 or level 2 charger. Level 1 requires no installation. You're just plugging into an outlet. Your cost to fill up is only a couple bucks, depending upon your electricity prices. The downside is this is the slowest way to charge. At 3 to 5 miles of EV range per hour, it could take a full day to fill an empty battery. That's why most people buy a level 2 device for their homes. They can refill a battery overnight and cost just a little more outside of the upfront cost. Level 2 chargers are the most common in the U.S. right now. There's more than 90,000 of them, and that number grows every day. They've been deployed in every state, and you can find them in all sorts of locations. Like IKEA, in the mall parking lot, or even at gas stations. If you run out of range on the road, what you'll pay for a charge varies. Some companies offer free charging within their network. Most third parties charge by the kilowatt hour, costing you between $1 and $5 per hour of charging time. An 8-hour charge on a public level 2 will come close to filling the battery of almost any EV on the market. But that's way too long to be sitting somewhere. Which brings us to DCFCs, direct current fast chargers. These things are the future. They take an empty battery and bring it up to 80% in just 20 to 40 minutes. They cost a little more than the typical level 2 chargers, but oftentimes the only limitation is how fast your car can take the current in. There are more than 21,000 of these chargers set up across the country already, and more are popping up every day. They're already commonplace enough that you might find one in a Walmart parking lot. The Biden administration's new plan includes a station with at least 4 of these every 50 miles, no more than 1 mile off the highway. Right now, there are more than 48,000 public charging stations in the United States, compared to about 145,000 gas stations. Considering there are about 2 million EVs on the road, that's 1 public charger for every 41 cars. This new plan would involve a network of 500,000 chargers, a massive infrastructure project that will be essential to any electric future. The bottom line is that charging stations need to become as commonplace and as accessible as gas stations are, and right now that's just not the case. Although we are seeing more hubs like this one in Brooklyn pop up, it's got 25 of those state-of-the-art superchargers back there. Most EVs, if not all, have onboard navigation too, so if you need a charge, it can lead you where you need to go, or you can use the handy tool I used at the end of my story. It lists all 48,000 public chargers in the U.S., and you can sort based on speed and the type of plug you've got at home. Nichole?
Excellent reporting, Paul. And I know that you rented that electric vehicle for your report there. What did you think being behind the wheel? Did you like it?
You know, I wanted the bosses to buy it for me, but it just wasn't in the budget. We did have to rent it. And to be honest, it scared me a little bit because there is a bit of a learning curve. It's not the same as driving another car. There are some safeguards to prevent you from going too hog wild, but it would take some time to start driving an electric when you've been driving a gas car your whole life.
We'll see if we can get that in the budget for next year for you. All right, Paul, thank you. I'll just add, thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.